Hello and welcome to this lesson on this very nice tune written by Chris Woods, who is an English folk musician. It's called Mrs. Saggs. I've no idea why, but it really is a nice tune, much favoured by Melodeon players in the UK, and I'm going to show you how to play it on this DG Melodeon. It's quite possible to play this on a standard DG layout, so that's how I'm going to teach it to you first of all, and I'm also going to show you how to use an Anahata layout, such as I have on this Castanari Lily, but we'll make that at the end of the video. For the moment we're just going to assume you've got a standard DG with either low notes or accidentals. Mine's a fourth button start, you may have a third button start, that won't matter. But anyway, lovely tune, let's get started. So key of G major, all your F's are sharpened, 4/4, 4 beats to the bar, and bar 0 up the top there is our pickup bar. Notice I call it bar 0, not bar 1, because it's not a complete bar. And you're going to find your D on the G root, which is this note here. Now this is what I call pos -1, position -1. Position home is with the first finger on the root note, on the G, on the push there, see, but I move those fingers up. So on this fourth button start, my first finger's on button 3. That's position -1, pos -1 for short. NC, no chord, and you do this. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So and, 4, and, the last 3 quavers of the bar. 2 pushes, 1 pull, a D, a G, and then just hang on to that button and pull out to get the A. You don't have to repress the button, although, as I always say, you can if you like. So that's your little pickup bar, 1, 2, 3. I'm showing you my music here because, as you can see, I've highlighted and put little pencil squiggles over certain bars because they are repeated or sort of repeated. So if it's not a total repeat, if there's a slight change, I put a little asterisk at the front. But this really helps me during the course of the tune. You'll hear me saying this is the same as bar whatever, and you might want to get some highlighting pens, either a pack of 4, yellow, pink, green, orange, and then when I run out of colours I use pencil marks, and this just helps me recognise repeats or partial repeats. Saves an awful lot of time when you're trying to learn it. So for instance, my bar number 1, where the A part starts, that's the A in the box, I put a yellow highlight above that because that is repeated at bar 9, albeit with an asterisk because there's a change in the left hand. I'm going to deal with the right hand and the left hand at the same time. A little tip for you if you are trying to work out your own tunes: always work out the bass line along with the right hand, because you may find you figured out your right hand and then you find you haven't got any chords to go with it. It's kind of a rookie error. I made that mistake very early on in my playing. Try not to make it now though. So our first part was this, and then our third finger falls nicely on the first note of bar number 1 on the second stave there. You can see a repeat mark there, thick line, thin line, 2 dots. We're going to go back to that place when we get to the end of bar 32, a long way in the future. So we have B, which is a minim. We know it's a minim because the head of the note is not filled in, so it's 2 beats, finger 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and. That's our timing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and push, and then pull for the rest of the bar. Finger 3 on the B, finger 2 on the A that we played in bar 0. Then finger 3 falls on the note G. Notice this is on the D row, hence the diamond head. Third finger and first finger falls nicely on F sharp, back on the G row. So it's minim, crotchet, quaver, quaver. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. I have this thing where I say, if you can say it, you can play it. So I always say the timing to myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Obviously, over time you'll get to recognise timings just by looking at the bar. But if you are new to all this, it's a really good way to get your rhythm, to say it and then you can play it. Try it, it really works. Always try and vocalise the playing before you actually do it on the instrument. Now for the first 8 bars of this tune, there are no chords, but there are bass notes. so you probably know the difference, but here's a G bass note, here's a G chord. So we're dealing in just those single bass notes. I say single, but obviously most of these bass buttons give you two or more versions of that note, various octaves apart. There you can hear 2 octaves of G. So you've got G, D. So very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the G bass note is held for 2 beats and the D bass note is held for 2 beats. It's the same button, you simply pull out. So you have very, very straightforward. Now you're going to come back to the note G. This is bar number 2, second bar of the second stave. And you'll see a strange bit of fingering here. You can see finger 2 on this note of G, but then you'll see that it says 1 in brackets. And what we do here is we hold that G down for 3 beats. It's a dotted minim, so the first 3 beats of the bar. And as we hold it down, you see what I do? Without lifting the button, I replace my second finger with my first finger, so that my second finger is released to come to this note D here, which is down 2 into pos plus 1. So we've gone from pos minus 1 to pos position plus 1. Okay, so we're actually moving down in the course of the bar. So we've got like that, see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the bass behind that, normally we would have a G bass here, but we're doing this nice touch that we often do on the Melodeon. We play a B bass for a G note. So we've got, now as that G is sustaining, on the 3rd beat of the bar, we go to a G bass instead, and then we come back to the B bass on the 4th beat of the bar when we play that D on the right hand in pos plus 1 with finger 2s. I'm going to do this in little 2-bar chunks, but I'll play the pickup bar and the first 2 proper bars so you can see where you are so far.